The idea of prisons was invented in the ancient pharaonic era. It was designed to be a suitable place for disciplining the sinful soul, and in order to give a person space to reflect on his sins and bad deeds, and to keep the guilty until he is judged. And I think that this is the real goal of prisons. But in this time in which we live, prisons have become a place famous for the cruelty of their guards and an environment suitable for human rights violations, and a breeding ground for corruption and crime instead of being an educational reform institution. Follow me, dear follower, to learn about the 5 most dangerous prisons in the world.
Did you know that the holder of the book is more dangerous than the holder of the arms?
Number 5. Yoda Concentration Camp, in North Korea, 110 kilometers from Pyongyang. There is a huge number of prisoners, estimated at more than 50,000 prisoners annually. Between 1,500 and 2,000 prisoners died annually, most of them children due to starvation. This prison was dedicated to different groups of society, like unreliable politicians or Christians, or someone who left the country illegally, or someone who criticizes the government, and a lot of malnutrition and a lack of necessary equipment for anyone to be able to live. This is not the place where they live. It is a very primitive place and more like a hut. Note that this prison was closed in 2014. Number 4, Gitarama Prison. Gitarama Prison in Rwanda is nicknamed Hell on Earth. Although it was designed to hold 500 people, today it holds 6,000 prisoners. Because of this huge number of prisoners, most of them are forced to spend their time standing, which leads to rotting of their legs. Diseases and infections spread among prisoners, and most of them are subjected to amputation of their limbs to save their lives. Number 3, Camp Prison. The Israeli occupation government holds more than 7,000 Palestinian prisoners in its prisons. Most of them suffer from serious health problems without providing care necessary for them. In addition, there are hundreds of Palestinian prisoners under administrative detention. It is a legal method that allows imprisonment without charge or trial periods up to 6 months. It can be extended an unlimited number of times. But Camp Prison is considered one of the most dangerous Israeli secret prisons. It's called Guantanamo, Israel. Most countries in the world did not know about the prison until 2003. Israel still refuses to specify the exact location of the prison, but it is located about 100 kilometers north of Jerusalem, according to the Spanish channel Hispani. Number 2. Tadamar Prison. Tadamar Prison is located in Syria, 200 kilometers from its capital Damascus, and specifically in the desert city of Tadamar. As described by Amnesty International in 2001, it is designed to inflict the greatest suffering, humiliation and fear upon the inmates. Tadamar Prison witnessed one of the major massacres that took place in the early 80s of the 20th century in Syria. The massacre took place in 1980 under the rule of Hafez al-Assad, and the massacre claimed the lives of hundreds of prisoners from different social and political levels. Number 1, Guantanamo Prison. Guantanamo Bay, Cuba is a notorious prison. The U.S. authorities started using it in 2002. Imprisonment is considered an absolute authority because it is outside the American borders. In the far southeast of Cuba, it is 90 miles from Florida. No human rights laws apply to him. Observers consider that the Guantanamo Bay Detention Center has erased all human values and morals. The detainees are treated very harshly, which led to the protest of some international human rights organizations to denounce them and demand an end to the suffering and the closure of the prison completely. And what makes it the most dangerous prison in my opinion is that no human rights laws apply to him. Enough so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and give us admiration. See you soon.